As we get closer to Passover, to Pesach, I'd like to share a beautiful idea. The word Pesach, Passover, means a few things. One, the word actually means to pass over, as we know that God passed over the houses of the Jewish people when he punished the Egyptians in Egypt. But the Hebrew word Pesach can be broken up into two words. Peh means mouth, and Sach means to speak. And we know part of the Passover story is to talk about the Passover story, to repeat the Passover story to our family, to our friends, to our children. And why is it so important to tell it over to everyone? And the answer is that true belief in God comes when the belief is coming from someone else, someone that you love, someone that you trust, and they're telling over the story. Imagine a parent telling over a story to a child. The child believes that story much more than if the child read it in a newspaper, read it in a book, because the parent is actually the one giving over that message. And therefore, the holiday of Passover is about family, it's about friends, it's about giving over the history, the tradition of everything we do, eating the matzah, eating the bitter herbs, having a Seder. The entire night of the Seder is really about giving over the religion, giving over the traditions to our families and those close by us, which is why the holiday of Pesach literally means that our mouth should speak. We shouldn't be shy about it. We shouldn't refrain from telling. We should tell whoever we can, whoever's in our family and with us, the wonderful miracles that God performed for the Jewish people in Egypt and the wonderful miracles he'll perform in the future as well. We'll now continue with the singing of Lechadodi, the song we sing Friday night, written by the great Rabbi of Shlomo Alkabitz in the late 1400s. Lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela lechadodi lekras kala pnei Shabbos nekabela Shamor v'zachor v'dibur echad Hishmiyanu kel hamyuchad Hashem echad Ushmaho yachad L'shemo seferes v'lesilah Chad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela L'kras Shabbos l'chuvin elcha Ki hi mikor haberacha Meirosh mikedem nisucha Sof ma'aseh b'machshavot chila Lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Mikdash melech Ir melucha kumitzi mitoch ha'afecha Rav lach sheves b'yimekabacha V'hu yachamol alayichem la'lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisnarim yafar kumi Livshi bigdei sefartei chalmi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi yahala lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Hisahoreri Ki v'horechu miyori Uri shir daberi Kavod Hashem alayich nigla Lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela V'hayu l'mshisa shahosayich V'rachaku kameh v'halayich Yasis alayich elokayich Kim soscha sanal kala Lechad odi l'kras kala Pnei Shabbos nekabela Yamin u'smal tehefrotzi V'yes Hashem taritzi Al yad ben yishai beis halachmi Karva el nafshi gi ala lecha Dodi l'kras kala Oneg Shabbat nekavel bawi b'shalom. Atares ba'ala gamberino v'tzahala. Tochem uneyam segula bawi kala. Bawi kala lecha dodi lekras kala. Oneg Shabbat nekavela. We learned in the Passover story about the 10 plagues that God punished the Egyptians with: the blood, the frogs, the lice, the boils, the different things that happened. And the simple understanding is God did all these 10 plagues in order to punish the Egyptians. And certainly that's true. The Egyptians deserve to be punished for their hundreds of years of slavery of the Jewish people. But there's another element to it. The commentaries explain that part of these miracles and why they specifically were with nature and natural things going in punishment form, is to show the Jewish people that there's no such thing as nature. Really, it's all God behind the scenes. And as much as it is a punishment for the Egyptians, it's to show everyone else in the world that God controls all these things. So therefore, whenever it's a sunny day, a rainy day, even like an eclipse we had this past week, we have to always remember it's God who's behind the scenes, pulling the string, making these beautiful, wonderful things happen for us in order for us to see them and appreciate His greatness. We'll now finish with the singing of Adon Olam. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'Terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Li'es Nasa B'Chefso Kol Azai Mehelech Shemo Nikra V'Yacharei Kechlos HaKol Levahado Yimloch Nora V'Haya V'Hoveh V'Yiyeh B'Sifara V'Hu Echad V'Yein Sheni Hamshilo Lehachvira V'li Reishis V'li Sachlis V'lo Ha'od V'Hamizra V'hu Keli V'Chai Goali V'Tor Chevli V'Yes Nasa V'hu Nisi Umanosli Minas Kosi B'Yom Ekra B'Yahado Avkid Ruchi V'Yes Ishan V'Yahira V'Yem Ruchi Gev'Yasi Ado Shemli V'Lo V'Ra. Have a happy and healthy week, a great weekend, a great Shabbat. We'll see everybody next week.